What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another Indians live stream. And we got another recap and preview for you. We got my Red Sox series recap, and then I'll be previewing the upcoming 4-game series in the Bronx against the Bombers, or as they call themselves now, the Savages, against the Yankees. Should be a good one. So let's get into this Red Sox series real quick. Of course, biggest thing from this series, Yasiel Puig decided to remove his appeal and face the music and take his suspension. And that was big for us. I mean, we didn't have his offense. I mean, up until that point, his bat was probably the most reliable bat in the lineup. Because then you had Lindor, you had Mercado, who has been kind of up and down. Santana, who arguably has carried the team the entire season. And then, of course, you have Puig, and then Ramirez, Kipnis, or whoever. And then Franmil Reyes. Yeah. And, man, dude, this series was interesting, to say the least. Now, Tito, without Puig, put Franmil Reyes in the cleanup spot. And what do you know? He immediately started producing. As in the first game, in the cleanup hole, bottom of the first inning, what does this dude do? Freaking hits a home run. This dude has been with the Indians for what? What is it now? Almost pretty much. He was traded the night before the deadline, so the 30th. Yeah. So essentially, he was. He's been here for. Well, actually, funny part is, just under 2 weeks. It took him that long to hit his first home run. His first game was, I believe, the first. I believe. Yeah. He was here the first or the second. Not really sure, but just under 2 weeks. Took him that long to hit his first home run. And that was very good. I mean, he hit it right to the bullpen. Place went crazy. I can just. When I watched him hit that home run, I knew like a 500-pound gorilla was just taken off his back. Because I know up until that point, he was kind of trying to do too much. He was trying to show out for his new team, and it really wasn't working out. He was just embarrassing himself because he was striking out a lot. By the way, got some breaking news from the NFL. Landry Jones has signed with the XFL. Okay, back to regularly scheduled programming. So, we're up 2-0 in that one because Santana actually got on base as well. And that's a common theme with Franmil and Santana. So, top of the second, Andrew Benintendi responds with an RBI double. So, it's 2-1. I'm kind of on edge, like, okay, we got to hold this lead. And then bottom of the third comes up. Jose Ramirez is at the dish. 2 on, Santana and Reyes on base. And Ramirez, of course, batting right-handed because he's facing a lefty, hits one to the left field. He hit a bing ball, as my friends actually call it, bing bong. I call it ding dong. I don't know. Bing bong sounds like some sort of pastry. Of course, ding dong, that is actually a pastry thing. I like ding dongs. There's Hostess ding dongs. Love those things. Yes. But Ramirez responded, 3-run ding dong to left field, and we're up 5-1. And then In the fourth inning, the Red Sox do a little chipping. They do a little chipping away. And eventually, they do tie the game. Yeah. Top of the fourth, JD Martinez homered, solo shot. Brock Holt RBI double, 5-3. Top seven, Jackie Bradley Jr. homered. I'm like, okay, this is kind of getting edgy now. And then, top of the ninth, they decide to bring in Brad Hand. Now, of course, not even like 24 hours earlier, actually over 24 hours earlier, he had just blown another save to the Twins, and he was saved by Santana. So they bring out Brad Hand, and here is how the ninth inning went for him. So, Brad Hand comes in, got Bradley Jr. to ground out, and I'm thinking, okay, we might have an easy inning here. Then they walk Mookie Betts. I'm like, okay, I'm going to shut my window here. It's starting to rain. I don't want the noise pollution. There we go. All right. So, Mookie walks. I'm like, okay, you don't want him killing you. And then Rafael Devers struck out. And at that point, I'm thinking, okay, we got this. Just one more out, we good. Now they make a mound visit, probably saying, okay, Brad, you got this. You think you got it? Of course, I was low-key freaking out in the freaking chat in the stream. It was crazy. And then Xander Bogaerts comes up and thought this was out. Fly ball, right field. And I'm thinking, okay, Naquin, you got this. You got this. You got this. You got this. He makes a jumping catch attempt. Missed. Tie game. And I was like, oh, of course, this dude blows another save. And then, after that, they intentionally walked JD Martinez because you don't want him killing you. And then Xander Bogaerts steals third. And then, what do you know? They get Andrew Benintendi to fly out. And, of course, in the stream, I was saying Santana's going to win this game again for us. I'm saying, do it again, Santana. Do it again. Do it again. Took a couple pitches, 2 strikes. He had 2 balls. And then freaking hits what I thought was just a ball that was going to go off the mini monster and left. It actually hit the top railing. So, he walked it off again. He saved Brad Hand's arse again. Brad Hand owes Carlos Santana like a steak at dinner or something. That dude literally saved his butt twice now. So in terms of that, Hand actually got the win. He blew the save, but he gets the win. Makes a lot of sense. 6-3, and Walden, who gave up the walk-off, takes the loss. He is 7-2. In terms of how long the starters went for the Red Sox, Rodriguez went 6 innings, 10 hits, 5 runs, 5 all earned runs, 3 walks, 5 Ks, and 2 ding-dongs given up. Plazak went 5 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 2 walks, 2 Ks, and a home run. After that, everybody but Clippard and Hand, of course, did pretty good. Clippard gave up a run, something he rarely ever does with us. But when he does give up a run, it's usually like a home run or something. And it was, actually, yeah. And then, Hand comes in there, and he has just been trash ever since that Royals game when Merrifield hit the ding-dong, the freaking grand slam off of him. I don't know. He's shook. I don't know what's up with that dude. He is shook beyond belief. He is shook to the core. But anyways, we got the win. It's, all that matters is getting that dub. And, Brad Hand actually got the win to his resume. 6-3 on the year. So we take game one, 6-5. And we're heading into game two with Mike Clevenger on the mound against Chris Sale. And I was thinking, okay, we got this. Clevenger he's gonna be dealing. Sale's probably going to be typical Chris Sale. He's probably going to give up a couple runs. It's going to be an even game, probably 2 or 3 runs per team. But each team, whatever, it's probably going to come down to like the bottom of the ninth. And I was actually partially right with that. I was not right with the fact that Mike Clevenger just worked to the core. He got worked hard by the Red Sox. And I thought he was going to go 7. Man, he almost went 7 innings. He straight up almost went 7 innings, despite the fact he gave up 9 hits with 2 strikes. This dude could not get people out, man, with 2 strikes. He could not do it. And it was a bad game for him. I'll admit, I didn't think we were going to come back and win the game, because we were playing like trash. Clevenger was getting beat up. Sale was carving us up, man. He was cutting us up like that White Sox jersey that he hated. I mean, God, bro. And, it got to the point where I thought, this dude, freaking Sale, is going to go a full game. He's going to go a complete game. He's going to have 20 Ks. And, got started with Rafael Devers' RBI double, then Betts singled, top of the second, Devers in the top of the first. Then bottom of the fourth, guess who? Carlos Santana, solo shot, 2-1, Boston. And then top of the fifth, Mitch Moreland with an RBI single. And then Marco Hernandez with an RBI single of his own. It's 4-1. And I'm thinking, oh, God, here we go. And then guess who again? Rafael Devers. You're going to be hearing his name a lot over the next couple minutes. He would get a double. And it would score 2 runs, 6-1 Red Sox. I'm thinking, oh, God, we're losing. We're done. We're getting blown out. It's probably going to be like 6-1, maybe 8-1. I don't know. And then what do you know? That was top of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th. It's like something clicked with the Indians because Franmil Reyes is up, and guess who's on base? Carlos Santana. And apparently, if Santana's on base, Franmil's going to do something big. Because what do you know? He hits another home run. Yeah. He hit another home run, cuts it to 6-3 Red Sox. Bottom 7 comes up, Francisco Lindor, who I believe had already made a bad defensive play earlier, a misplay. He came up clutch with an RBI double, scoring 2 runs. And then in crunch time, bottom 9, again, Lindor, RBI double, scores Allen, ties the game. He's at second. He's hyped. I can just think about what's going through his head. He's thinking, okay, Mercado's up. I'm going to try and steal third. It was a good idea. It was a really, really good idea. But you got to be able to trust your guy, Mercado. I think there was only 1 out in the inning, too. I'm pretty sure. Let me take a look. Bottom 9, okay. I'm pretty sure there was only 1 out. Bottom 9, yeah, there was only 1 out because Naquin struck out on a foul tip. Lindor, I guess, wanted to try to make Mercado's job easier, and he went to go steal third. He originally was called safe. But then after a review, they determined that he was out. So there's 2 down. Still tied, though. And then Mercado flies out to right field. Honestly, if you're Lindor, you see Santana on deck, and you know how clutch Santana has been. I mean, Mercado's even been clutch at times. I wouldn't try to steal, or I would wait for the right pitch. Wait for like something that's like in the dirt. Because they threw a pitch that was like high, kind of, and the catcher just rose up, caught the ball, threw it to third, got him. I like the idea, didn't like the execution, straight up. And then Mercado flew out, and then, of course, we all know what happened in the 10th inning. They actually took out Franmil Reyes, too. Yeah. In the next inning, I believe, they took him out. No, they took him out before that, the inning before. And, of course, they bring out Nick Whitgren for Clippard. I would have brought out Nick Goody or, like Hunter Wood. I don't even know if he was available, but if he was, I would have brought him out or something. But Jackie Bradley Jr., once again, home run, gives them a lead in the 10th. And then bottom of the 10th comes up. We have our good part of the order, what we thought was the good part of the order. You had Santana. They actually, had Freeman in there for freaking Franmil Reyes. And then Ramirez and then Perez. So Santana gets on a fly ball. Place is going crazy. And then, Captain Bunticus, whatever, freaking Tito decides, hey, let's bunt. Bunting isn't the worst thing to happen if you got players who could execute it. Greg Allen bunted against the Twins, and it worked. You know why it worked? Because he bunted it, and it was a slow roller, and the pitcher stumbled off the mound. And, it would only work if you maybe start the runner at first, have him take off, and then you bunt, and then, like you got a guy who can fly at home or whatever, go in the first. You might get it. But, of course, he didn't. They got Mike Freeman grounded into a force out. So there's one out. It's like, okay, good job, Tito. Dummy. I don't know why you're bunting. It's stupid. And then you got Ramirez strikes out, and then Perez strikes out. It's like that. We really could have used Yasiel Puig in that game. Normally, Puig would have been cleanup after Santana. But, it was Franmil who was pretty good with Santana on base. But they took him out for a pinch runner, Freeman, to try to win the game before that. And it didn't work out. So we lose. Yeah. We lose that one 7-6. And that was a bad game. Workman got the win. He's 9-1. Whitgren takes his first loss. He's 4-1. Cashner got his first save. Yeah, Andrew Cashner actually got the save. Imagine that. Andrew freaking Cashner. Trash. As for the length that both starters went, Sale went 6 2/3. And that's kind of crazy to think about because when the game started and he was just buzzing through our lineup, like we couldn't touch him except for, I think, Santana early on, the home run. I thought, yep, we're not going to touch him. And then out of nowhere, the offense just wakes up. And, of course, we lose. That game reminds me a lot of the Yankee game that happened a while back that went to extra innings. I think there was actually a game where they had the bullpen playing, and they shelled Bieber, and we rallied back and tied the game. And we actually had a chance to win the game, but I guess it's because they didn't send the runner to from third to home or whatever. And it was a mess. Like that was bad. But Clevenger went 4 2/3, 11 hits. Like I said, 9 of those were with 2 strikes, 4 runs, 2 walks, and 6 Ks. That dude could have had way more strikeouts if he was able to put guys away. And what made things worse was it seemed like the ball would skirt right past our infielders. Like Lindor would put his glove down to catch it and then like weave right underneath the glove. Or like they dive for it and they go right past the glove. It's like, wow. Or they hit it just hard enough to where it would escape the infield and it would just die right before it hit the outfielder's glove or something. It's like, oh, of course. This offense just missed Puig. Puig would have been so clutch, but hey, the Reds were being douchebags by keeping him in that game. And then the brawl happened. Of course, who's to say you take him out and then he still gets into a fight? Wonder if people thought about that. They could have taken him out. Fight happens. This dude comes storming out of the clubhouse, runs over there and just kicks their ass. That could have happened too. He still probably would have been suspended because he comes out of the dugout like a bat out of heck. That could have happened. You never know. They lock him in the clubhouse when the brawl happens. But hey, at least he served it now. Or then now he'll be ready for the series. So coming off that debilitating loss, in which we really had a chance to win, the Indians entered Game 3 with their ace on the mound, Shane Bieber, going up against Brian Johnson, and in what was a bullpen game for the Red Sox, as the original starter, Nathan Eovaldi, actually pitched the night before. So, heading into this game, I'm like, okay, we got this. Just got to beat up on their bullpen. The bullpen sucks. And of course, they struck, they were getting hits left and right. And I guess Shane Bieber actually was not feeling well. So he was low-key having a flu game. Yeah. Pitchers, you got to give him a lot of credit. He stayed out there despite the fact that his stomach was probably a cauldron of just, and he stayed out there. He didn't pull Adrian Hauser and just vomit all over the mound. Like, not even figuratively, like straight up just blow chunks on the mound. At least he didn't do that. I commend him for that. But you could just definitely tell this team was just worn down by the game the night before because the offense could not freaking touch a bum bullpen. The only run we scored, I don't even think it was even an earned run. It was because freaking Brian Johnson was out there derping. Freaking, first of all, it was a good hit. Ball gets hit to Bogarts. I'm thinking, okay, routine play. Bogarts might have just rushed it a little too much. And he threw it to first. The ball went right past Sam Travis's glove. And I think it went into the dugout or went out of play. So he takes those. Lindor goes to second. Good job, Lindor. On base, in scoring position, looking good. And then, next play, Mercado looks like another routine grounder. Devers can't field it. And it literally kind of hit the lip of the grass, and it kind of did to Devers what it did to Lindor the night before, the game before. So, it goes under the glove and everything. Of course, Devers, I think, had a play like that happen the night before as well, where he looked like he was going to catch it, and it kind of went just barely off the glove. And then, got to run around third. Okay, we're looking good, And wild pitch. This dude Lindor literally went all the way around the bases in like 4 pitches. Yeah. So that was the only one we scored. We had chances, hella chances. Couldn't amount to anything. Devers hit a home run in the top of the third. Bogarts hit his first one in the top of the third, back to back. Of course, the wild pitch. And then Bogarts would seal the deal with a 3-run jack in the top of the seventh. And when that happened, I pretty much was sure that the game was out of reach with the way the offense was playing. They did not have enough energy to make another comeback. If they would have made another comeback and won that game yesterday, that would have been insane. That would have been insane, especially if they would have somehow won the game before. If they would have won the game before, I'm pretty sure they would have had all the energy in the world because they would have been hyped. Like, yeah, we came back, man. We lit. But they lost. So that's like, ugh, they're all down in the dumps already. And then they play an afternoon game on a Wednesday, and then that happens. And Bieber, I mean, he was all right. I mean, he wasn't trash. Evaldi gets the win. He's 1-0. And then Bieber takes the loss. He's 12-5. It actually wasn't all Bieber, though. I mean, it was Nick Goody who gave up the 3-run slam. Bieber kept it a 1-run game the entire time. That's impressive considering he was low-key probably about to hurl a couple times. I don't know. I just heard from Tito that Bieber almost came out much earlier. I commend him for going 6 innings. So, yeah, he went 6 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, 7 Ks, 2 dingers. Other than those home runs, he was fantastic. Love to see that. Still almost got 10 Ks, too. Johnson, of course, they had the bullpen game. He went 2 2/3. Then they had Walden come out, then Hernandez, then Taylor, Evaldi, Cashner, Workman. At one point, they were using nothing but lefties. And then they had to use righties. And we still couldn't touch them. But hey, on the bright side, we got to see what Logan Allen has. And he's actually pretty good. 3 hits, 3 Ks. Even his ERA is freaking trash. I mean, 6.18, but that's because Padres. That's Padres. We'll see what he can do here. I'm pretty sure he'll be a possibility as a starter. I would take him over Pleco all day long, for sure. God, give me Logan Allen instead of freaking Pleco. Man. So, with that, now we go to the Bronx to face off against the Savages. And I'm actually planning on streaming all 4 games. Usually I don't do Sunday games, but I think I'm going to stream this one. Got Mike Clevenger on the mound, game 4. We're seeing the back end of our rotation in the first 3 games. And then we got Clevenger again. So tonight, it will be Adam Pleco on the mound, 4-3, 4.68 ERA, and 39 Ks. Last time he faced the Yankees, he only gave up, 2 runs in 6 innings? Of course, I think those were like early in the game. Of course, that was one of the games that we won. We were down 2-0, and then we stormed back the first 2 games. We won both the first 2 games, and then, of course, they had the bullpen game, and we freaking had Bieber out there, and he got shelled, came back, should have won, didn't. And it just so happens that tonight we're facing Chad Green. So I'm guessing this is another bullpen game for the Yankees. 2-3, 4.69 ERA, 61 Ks. So look at that. Their ERA is kind of like literally 1/100th better than theirs. Ours is better than theirs by 1/100th of a point. How about that? 4.68, they have 4.69. And oh yeah, we're playing in the Funhouse in the Bronx tonight. Yeah, the Funhouse. That's what I call it because it's so tiny. little league ballpark, little rinky-dink little thing. Puig will probably hit like a moonshot. I mean, in that joint, freaking routine fly ball goes out of the yard. Probably barely hits the bullpen. I understand why it's so tiny because, you don't really have much space over there. And I think they built it when the old Yankee Stadium was still up. I don't know. It's a nice stadium, but it's just tiny. I mean, they weren't lying when they said it's definitely a hitter's ballpark. Oh, for sure. But yeah, Pleco and Green, game 1. Game 2 will be Aaron Savale 1-1 with a 1 ERA and 18 Ks, going up against Masahiro Tanaka, who is 8-6, 4.64 ERA and 114 strikeouts. And then game 3 will be Zach Plezak, who's 6-3 with a 3.27 ERA and 56 strikeouts, going up against James Paxton, who is 8-6, 4.40 ERA and 137 strikeouts. And then for the final game of the season between these two teams in the regular season, it'll Mike Clevenger going up against CC Sabathia. So this is the final time CC will be facing the Indians in the regular season. There is a chance we see these guys in the playoffs, but we'll see. But yeah, Clevenger 7-2, 3.34 ERA and 95 strikeouts, going up against CC Sabathia, who's 5-6, 4.78 ERA and 82 strikeouts, and he'll be coming off the injured list for his next start. Now, this is a big one too, because after this series, we hop on the bus or whatever and head a few miles away to Queens to face the Mets. So we get, as I call, the Tour de New York a little bit. You know, I think we have an off day between too, so that'll be fun. I'm pretty sure we'll be getting Puig back. Haven't really heard anything, but I'm sure he'll be back for this series against the Yankees. And should be a good series. And as I said, I am planning on streaming every game. We have 2 games that are at night and then 2 that are afternoon. Saturday and Sunday are 1:05 p.m. start times. So that'll be fun at the Fun House in the Bronx. So that'll be fun. Now let's take a look at the chat real quick, see what's popping. What's good? Yankee fan. Oh, cool. Do you regret letting Andrew Miller walk? He was a key bullpen piece. I don't really care. I mean, he couldn't really stay healthy. Split with New York at worst. I think we'll split at least, but we'll see. I'm hoping. Hunter Dozier got the grand slam. Oh, it was Dozier? That was Merrifield. I don't know who. No matter what, who cares? It was a grand slam. It freaking shook Brad Hand. The Indians have more talent, but the Twins have easier schedule. The Twins don't have a bullpen, though. They don't have a bullpen. Bullpen sucks. Should be our new lineup: Lindor, Reyes, Santana, Puig, Ramirez, Mercado, Kipnis, Perez, Naquin. I would definitely think about moving Mercado down the lineup, though. I don't know about Reyes at 2. I'd put Reyes at 4. Reyes at 4, Puig at 2. There you go. How about that? I mean, look what Reyes did in the 2 games he played in the cleanup hole. 2 homers. You want to make sure he's after Santana, too, because apparently when Santana's on base, he gives Reyes superpowers or something, because this dude would be hitting bombs with Santana on base. Garrett in the lineup with Cruz, Rosario, Kepler, Jorge Sano, Buxton, Marwin, Garver, Castro, Luis Ariz. And rotation: Barrios, Odorizzi, Gibson, Perez, Pineda, and a bullpen with Romo, Dyson, Rogers. Twins are talented in scope. Indians have better rotation and bullpen, and their lineups close. I mean, we already beat up their bullpen several times. Can you trust Sam Dyson? You going to trust Sam Dyson or Romo? I mean, you just saw what your bullpen did a couple of days ago. Santana hit a grand slam off you. Trash. What's up, Hunter? Romo, Dyson, and Rogers. Yeah, they're not scary, especially if you can beat up on their rotation. But look what we did to Barrios. We beat him up pretty good. Only thing with us is Hand. He shook. Oh, he shook to his core. God. We batted second in San Diego. We'll see what Tito has him doing now with Puig possibly coming back. But yeah, can't wait for tonight. About almost 4 hours away. We should be getting the Indians lineup here soon. But I'll see you guys at around 7 o'clock for first pitch tonight. And I'll see y'all tonight. I'm Crazy Dog 99. Let's go Tribe. And I'm out.